Welcome back, everyone. It's Ready or Not.
Football edition. I'm Nate the Great.
I'm Chris Stacks, and we're here with the 14 recap.
Absolutely.
My goodness, 1 week left.
1 week left before the playoffs.
And this was a very interesting week. It did not end how I had predicted.
Nor how I would have liked.
So let's start off with how do we do in the NFL games? Because there was definitely some games that I know I did not see happening the way
Yeah, I mean, that was being Raiders-Rams. We weren't sure what was going to happen with Baker Mayfield at the helm.
Yep.
And then you got Jags-Titans. But overall, you had 6 accurate picks for winners, and I had 8.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, our bet was not on
Who had the
overall
most?
games. It was
not.
on one game.
It was on one game. What was that game? It was Miami versus the Chargers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I think Miami lost by 6. Is that right? Is that right? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just checking. Just checking. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
It's
So many dollars in there. I don't know if I can get them all in.
Actually, you know what? Now that you mention it, I don't think I wrote that one down. So you had 7 accurate picks, and I had 8.
Oh, you tried to skip one on me. All right.
No, because remember on my favorites, it's on the top, so I forget about it.
Oh,
But still
see that?
didn't lead
See
overall.
that?
I apologize. On air.
Thank you. But I mean, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Uh,
From 4 days from third string to starter and winner.
Yeah. I don't even know. Football, any given Sunday, this is a mantra for a reason. Obviously, Dallas didn't show up the way that everybody expected with a 17-point line, I think is where it ended up. And they won by 4 in the last 2 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for a Texas victory, just for
it was a Texas victory.
No, sorry, Texans victory. You're right, but just for how well they were playing.
Oh yeah, they played great. That was the best I've seen them. That was the worst I've seen the Cowboys defense, which I played the Cowboys defense, so I was not excited about that either. The wide receivers didn't do anything, which I expected going into the game, but with that outcome, I expected more than that.
Yeah, they should have done more, all things considered.
Yeah, I think they mailed it in, but hopefully it's an eye opener going into the playoffs that if we don't show up, we can lose to anybody.
Especially the last place team in the league.
Yeah. Minnesota losing to Detroit by 11.
I called that victory.
That was
You did not. That was one of the ones you got wrong.
I know. It was one of the ones that I said it was going to be close, but I definitely didn't expect them to win by 11. Kansas City and Denver. The fact that Kansas City won, but they only won by 6, and had Russell not gone out, could have been a different game.
I mean, I don't even know because his backup immediately threw a touchdown to Judy.
True.
Judy killed it this week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all for now, unfortunately for me, but
Yeah, Judy was on fire. Tampa Bay, they suck. San Francisco was good. Christian McCaffrey, I heard the new nickname for him, Christian McDaddy.
I
And,
did not hear that.
and he is damn good when he's healthy.
I mean, yeah, we knew that.
But damn. And then we already went over Miami's the Chargers, so I won't rub that one in too much. Hit into injuries.
I actually did not write down the injuries. I know I
I
marked a
got you.
couple of them, but
Kyler with an ACL. I don't remember who has Kyler. I want to say is it Justine? Yep. Justine has Kyler. Justine, that sucks, but it's kind of becoming a thing with Kyler.
yeah.
End of the year, Brock Purdy out with an oblique, but they said he should play this week. Kenny Pickett and Huntley and Wilson all week to week.
Mm-hmm.
Ramondre, high ankle. They said he's likely out. Damian Pierce, questionable with an ankle sprain. Jeff Wilson, day to day. Mike Boone, high ankle sprain, done for the year. So I bet they wish they had who's the old timer that they cut
Oh,
from the Chargers originally? Melvin Gordon. I bet they wish they had Melvin Gordon back. Dontrell Hilliard out for multiple weeks. Debo out 2 to 4 weeks. Corey Davis in the concussion protocol. DJ Moore with an ankle and MCL out for week 15 minimum. Tyreek Hill, questionable with an ankle. T. Higgins and Boyd, both questionable. Parker in a concussion protocol. And Daniel Bellinger, potentially out week 15.
now let's go back to Tyreek Hill. He was playing on that ankle. I don't know if
know.
you watched. So he was basically icing it in between plays. He would sit out first down, and he seemed like he would be okay. I don't see him not playing next week, but and he still ended up being number 4 receiver for the week.
Yeah, I mean, well, an ankle, because I've sprained my ankle too many times. I'm still getting PT on it. But an ankle is one of those things that you can do it, and you can keep playing throughout the game. But the minute you stop or like you go to sleep, you wake up and that thing looks like a balloon.
Right.
That's the part that you got to be worried about, because then you wake up and then you got to get it to come down, and then it's a process afterwards. So it's what did he feel like today?
Yep.
That's the big thing, and obviously they got plenty of drugs, but whole nother story.
And it's a little bit of a shorter week for them because they play Saturday this week.
Weird week.
Which had 3 Saturday games this week.
Going to the legends and the weakest.
All right, so for QBs, Trevor Lawrence.
I know. But before we even say QBs, do you know who the number 1 person on the week was? Most points scored on the whole week.
Ingram.
Evan Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Did anybody have him in our league?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Do you remember who I said I was looking at picking up last week?
Knox?
Evan Ingram. No, you asked me if I was going to pick up Knox. I said no.
Oh. Well, did you pick him up?
No.
Oh, well, too bad.
I know, it sucks. And if I pick him up this week, I bet he's terrible.
Probably. I mean, just like, hold on, who's Dolchich. Someone picked him up after his great game last week.
Yeah.
Ended up
5.7.
5.7.
That's better than some.
Better than some.
Tight ends. So go back to quarterbacks.
Quarterback.
Trevor
So
Lawrence.
number 2 on the week, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, number 2, Jalen Hurts. Number 1, Trevor Lawrence. Oh, number 2
No, I'm talking
overall.
about overall. 'Cause
Yeah.
You said Evan Ingram was number 1.
Yep.
So number 2 on the week for every position. So about 33.4 from Trevor Lawrence. Amazing game. I mean, obviously why they beat the Titans.
Yep.
Great show. And if he can keep this up, we can see the Jags we thought we were going to see
Yep, absolutely.
come out in the playoffs. I don't remember if they're in playoff contention, actually.
I don't think so. Keep going, and I will tell you if they are.
Then we got Jalen Hurts at number 2 with 30.4 on your team. He had a great game against the Giants, which the Giants did not have a great game. I thought they were going to have a much better game than they
I
did.
thought they were going to have a much better game.
But Saquon Barkley, obviously, he got hurt.
Well, he got hurt on Friday.
He got hurt on
which
Friday.
threw off all of our picks. That's the one problem with doing
So,
this.
I mean, it was a weird game. It was a weird weekend of games.
Yep.
Then we got Russell Wilson. That's your boy right there. He showed up. Finally showed up.
It took him almost a season, but he finally made me look
Almost.
semi-smart.
But Russell Wilson with 26.6 points, and that was with going out late in the game with an injury, which I think you said he's week to week, right?
Yep.
And then, but his backup's still putting up points.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't win, but it was a very close game against one of the top seeds in the
You just
NFL.
said the Jags.
Huh?
I was trying to remember who you just asked me about. The Jags.
Oh, if they're in playoff position, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got Goff, your other boy.
Yeah. But the Jags in 10th right now.
Oh yeah, they're not making.
They're on the bubble, so they are 3 games out.
So the season, basically, the rest of the season.
They'd have to win out, yeah.
Yeah.
Win out with some key
Key
losses.
losses, of course.
Yeah.
So then we got Kirk Cousins, which mentioned the other day. Is like which Cousins shows up will determine if they win. Now, that being said, hold on, what am I doing?
That being said,
They still lost.
yeah.
I was trying to remember if they won or lost. They were against the Lions.
Well, he was forced to throw because the Lions were.
Oh, Lions were on it. Which, I mean, I picked the Lions to win, but we knew that was going to be a close game.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't.
It was not. It was not. Lions were the clear victor in that game, but Kirk Cousins still had a great game.
Yeah.
And but it was against Goff, who was 1 place higher than him.
Oh, yeah.
In the rankings.
1 point.
1.1. Yep.
Yep.
And then so for the weakest of the QBs, honestly, most of these were hurt.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Kyler got
Kyler
hurt.
Murray, 0.7, got hurt. Pickett, 1.6, got hurt. I needed Pickett to do like just a few more throws.
Yeah. Just last a little longer. Come on.
I would have lost anyway because I was against the number 1 person for the week. But I'll explain that part later. Why?
I'll talk about her in a minute.
Derek Carr, 4.6.
Yeah.
He did not get hurt, did he?
No, and he was expected to have a ball out week.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then they lost to the Rams on Thursday night. So
Yep.
you can see why he did not do well. Then you got Huntley. Huntley got hurt.
Yep.
I think about halfway through the game.
Yep.
It wasn't that far in. Then Mills. Mills with 6.2.
Oh, I even skipped over Mills, actually. I went right.
Someone had Mills
really?
on their team.
I
So
did
that's
not
why I
know
didn't
this.
skip him.
Because I went to Mike White, who's honorable mention, with 9.7.
Yeah. It was on my brother's team, but he was on his bench.
Yep.
And then,
So it's so funny because in my other league that I'm in, I was so close to picking this person up, and I went back and forth between him and his counterpart on the same team.
Who, Mills?
Who would have played? Nope. The running back legends.
Oh, going to Legends. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. So for Legends, so McKinnon.
I was so close to picking him up, and I was like, is it a McKinnon week? Is it going to be a Pacheco week? Will they even need to use the throwing in this game because of who they're playing?
Well, I mean, they needed to use everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, nobody expected Kansas City to put up 28. I believe Kansas City was expected to score like 9.
Do you mean Broncos?
Sorry, yes. Broncos.
Broncos against Kansas City.
Yes. Christian McCaffrey with 29.3.
Yeah, so, well, McKinnon had 29.9, McCaffrey with 29.3, Miles Sanders with a great showing
Yep.
on the Eagles with 29.
They literally split the game. The first half, all they did was throw, and then the second half, all they did was run.
Hey, it works for Sanders.
Yeah.
Then Eckler with 20.4, he had a great game, and Connor with 20.4. And I did do an honorable mention of Pollard. He did do above 20 points, so I wanted to bring him in, 20.2, which we thought he was going to, you said he was going to have a great game.
Yep.
More so than Zeke.
And then Zeke was 15.6. So they scored 35 plus points again this week.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad running back tool.
Not
right
a
now.
bad running back, yeah, absolutely not. So now weakest, you got Kenyon Drake, and so now these might not be, these people were all on someone's team.
Yep, I got the same exact ones.
So Kenyon Drake, 0.2.
Jeff Wilson, 1.6, and he's out.
He got hurt, yep, he's
Yep.
out.
Cook with 2.0. Wow. Ramondre Stevenson also got hurt. He's out, 2.0.
Which, side note, the two that you said got hurt, same team. My brother's team on
Yep,
3
both on,
Ts.
yep. And then Kareem Hunt, which was a dart throw for me, 2.2. So at least he outscored Ramondre.
Sure. You want to take solace in that?
I'm trying to. It was a rough week. I'm amazed. Well, we'll go over that in a second. Wide receivers.
Wide receivers, number 1, starting off slow in that game,
Yep.
picked it up, Justin Jefferson with 29.8 points.
When Kirk Cousins is on and he can actually throw him the ball, Justin Jefferson's amazing.
Oh, absolutely. And then no, I mean he had a great showing. He had some tough people on him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's what I'm looking for?
Cornerbacks, defensive backs, coverage,
I'm talking about like the pair, like
matchups.
matchups. There you
Yes.
go. That's what I was looking
Yep.
for. He had some tough matchups, but he came through with 29.8 points. And you got Judy, who, I mean, I would not have thought, I had him in, but
no.
wouldn't have thought he would do this, but 29.3. Awesome game. 2 touchdowns from Russell Wilson, 1 touchdown from the backup quarterback. I don't even know
his
who
name.
he is.
Yeah.
And just a lot of yards. So great game for Judy. And then Jamar Chase, he is back. I know he had
Yep.
a good game last week for 24.5 points.
Yep, he's
Bengals showing up.
He's dirty.
I mean, they beat the Browns, but still a great game.
The Browns
But
played,
we don't
played
know.
decent, and the
They did
Browns
play
have been
decent.
playing much better.
Well, I mean, they're coming together as a team finally, and then now with Deshaun Watson finally at the helm, they can finalize their
Yeah.
cohesion.
Yeah.
Then we got Tariq Hill, who played on that ankle,
Yeah.
but still put up 22.1 points. Unfortunately, not enough to win us the game, but I won't go into that.
And
we
Mike
got,
Williams is definitely back.
oh yeah,
He's been out. He's been questionable. He's been on the sideline. And yesterday he was back. I believe Keenan Allen had 15 receptions, and 15 targets, and I think Mike Williams had 10 or 11. No, it was less than that. He actually didn't have as many as you'd expect, and still went off. He went 9 targets, 7 receptions, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Welcome back, Mike Williams.
all right.
And he
then-
does some sick catches.
Good.
That's why he's always hurt.
Week of the week for wide receivers.
Your boy Waddle. This is one week I didn't play him in DFS.
Well, good thing you didn't. He did not have a great game.
No, Gabe Davis,
Mhm.
4.6. Michael Gallup, 5.0. Again, the Cowboys passing attack this week, they just sucked. Except for that, our 4th string guy, I can never remember his name, Brown. Brown came to play.
No idea who that is.
You're never going to have him in fantasy because he's a 4th string. Amari Cooper, 5.2. That road Cooper showed up. Darius Slayton, 5.2. And then my boy, Stephon Diggs, between freezing rain, turning into snow, cold weather, good defense. Damn,
5.2.
that one hurt.
But also, I skipped over DJ Moore, who did get hurt, but he had 0.6.
Oh, I
on
did
the week.
skip him.
You probably didn't
I
go
didn't
that
go
low.
far enough down.
I go to 0 and then work my way up. So, but remember, last week I missed. 2 weeks ago I missed your tight end because he was too far in the zeros.
Too far in the zeros. Yeah.
Then we got tight ends, which we mentioned already. Who the number 1 tight end was? Evan Ingram.
Tight ends are so frustrating.
That they are. Which I would say. So we had Okonkwo.
Yeah, close enough.
I didn't bother with his first name. I'm not going to be able to say that. But Evan Ingram 34.7, Okonkwo with 15.5. Then Njoku, who I did not play this week. I played Freiermuth, who was 6th, but still, Njoku got 15.2. But no, Freiermuth actually is now potentially hurt.
Yep.
So, of course, I have no luck with tight ends, unlike my brother with 3 T's.
True.
But then you got Dawson Knox, 12.1.
Well, you haven't fully encapsulated the belief of the tight end yet.
Well, because I've had like three, sometimes 4 tight ends, but half of them are hurt and they're on my IR list. Then you got Schultz with 11.7.
Which I might have to clip that from last week where I said if I was Steiger, I might play Dalton Schultz over Mark Andrews. And if he had played Dalton Schultz over Mark Andrews, I believe he would have won by 3.
Is that game that close? Oh, it was a 6-point game. It's not almost 7-point game.
And it was a 9-point swing.
9-point swing. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough, buddy. Then we got the week of the week for tight ends. We got Higbee, 2.1. Mark Andrews, you just mentioned. Oh yeah, there you go. There's that swing. That's 9-point swing.
Yep.
So he would have won by 2 points. I don't know if you saw his 9.92.
Oh yeah.
But still, would have won.
Yep.
With 2.7. George Kittle. What has been happening with George Kittle? 4.8. That's true.
Yep.
So
Makes a big difference.
Yep. Then we got Greg Everett with 5.3. Jared, wow. Who am I looking at? Dulcich. Oh, skipped over. Dulcich, 5.7.
Sucked, but you don't need to combine them. Well, if I play 2 tight ends, do I get
11 points right there? But sorry, Everett, then Dulcich, 5.3, 5.7 respectively. Then
or not respectively.
Kickers, pretty decent
Interesting
kicker
week for kickers.
Yeah, those pretty decent weeks. We got Fairbairn. Is that how you pronounce Fairbairn?
Sorry, it's all right. Go ahead.
No, how do you say it?
Kaimi Fairbairn. No, you're right. Kaimi Fairbairn.
Yeah,
His first name is, I have to say the whole thing to get the whole.
16 points. Patterson, 13 points. Who's Patterson? I don't even know exactly. I think he was.
You keep going. I'll tell you which team he's on. Patterson is Jags.
Pinedo, that's how you actually pronounce it. 13 points. Carlson, 12 points. Elliott, 12 points. So I don't know like any of these kickers. Carlson's the only one that was on anyone's team.
Well, Elliott's actually a decent kicker. He's the Eagles. He hasn't been doing a lot this year. Dan Carlson, I believe, is the Vikings. Yep. He's well known. Pinero, he is for the Panthers. I have no idea, and I don't even know if he's been.
Wait on, you said wrong team. Raiders for Carlson.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, you said Vegas. I think you said
Vegas,
Vikings.
not Vegas.
Maybe I was mistaken.
Pinero is. Oh, he has been on the team. I have never heard of Pinero. Not gonna lie. All right.
Then for defenses, interesting week. We got Pats at number 1. Who would have thought the Pats would get number 1 against Cardinals? I know Kyler Murray went out early, and they do have a good defense.
Yep.
But 21 points.
That's a great week.
Patriots. Yep.
That's a great week. If you played the Pats and Kaimi Fairbairn.
Yeah, 37 points.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, 15, which I actually had them.
Yep.
Did great. Bills also 15 against the Jets.
Yep.
Which I know last time they played it was a very defensive game, and it was this time too.
Usually
until like the first half, I believe it ended. I know Bills scored in the last drive, but I don't remember if it was a field goal or if it was a touchdown. But they almost went to the half with no score, and I know the announcers were saying it would have been the first time in like 18 years.
Yeah.
But Jags with 14 points.
Nobody had that.
Yeah, nobody had that. And then 49ers 12 against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yep. So 49ers did work. It shows why the Niners beat the Bucks by a decent amount, if I remember correctly.
Oh, they hammered. Hammered.
I was trying to put it lightly.
35-7. There's no light about it. Got smoked.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
They killed lunch money.
Almost makes you think 49ers should have had more on the defensive points.
True. Reviewing the week, Do you want to start off with the 14 report or the matchups?
Let's go the report. No, you know what? Let's not go the report. No, I'm just kidding.
So best team. Actually, no. You can do the best team.
Oh, you don't want me to do my own force team?
Yeah.
Best team is Champ, which was against me. So thank you for letting me do that.
I forgot about that.
150.58, but congratulations, Champ. You did have a great
job,
week.
Christina. About time you came back. And then in the toilet bowl, Nate the Great at 113.26, only in there by 0.52. 0.53 really.
Well, yeah, to get ahead. But I'm so upset about that because this close.
Oh yeah.
This close to not have being in there. And which would have been ridiculous to have who wasn't second to last place be in there.
Yeah.
Which is Team 3 TEs.
Oh yeah. So players of the week, Trevor Lawrence for Will, Christian McCaffrey for Steiger. That's 33.42 and 29.3. Great weeks. Then you had Justin Jefferson for Christina. She loves her wide receivers.
Fryermuth with 10.8. So I still have the top tight end that was played.
Yeah.
Even though I had the best
bench
warmer.
one too.
I've got D. Carlson on Will's team.
Yeah.
And Chiefs, my team.
All right. So you had 2. Your brother had 2. Steiger and Christina each had 1.
And yet, hold on. Everyone but Christina lost.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Bench warmers of the week. Tebow having Russell Wilson, which I don't blame you at all.
Not at all.
J.K. Dobbins, which is amazing for Tebow also because J.K. Dobbins went down, I think, in like the middle of the game and looked like he was done, and then finished the game, played great, and then you thought he was going to be out for the rest of the season, and they're saying he's back.
Heck?
Juju Smith-Schuster, also for Tebow.
Had a great game.
Damn, Tebow. 17.9. Welcome back, Juju. He
was their wide receiver of the week.
Yeah, he's been out.
Then we got Njoku on my bench with 15.2.
Yeah.
Then we got Ravens defense on your bench with 11.
The one week that I should have switched up my defenses and not played the Cowboys against the worst team in the NFL. I should have played the Ravens.
The Ravens against the Steelers, who've been okay.
Right. That's amazing. But most efficient, once again, I'm going to drop my whole bench.
Your bench was dropped. You had no excuse this week.
I had nobody.
How'd you not get most efficient, actually?
Because of my defense.
Oh, because your defense. 6 points there.
Justine with 131.92 out of 135.62. Least efficient, her other half, Tebow, with 130.72 max points, 165. Leaving a bid on the table. Wait,
did he win or lose now? I don't even remember.
We'll get into it in a second.
Okay. Sorry, you're right. You're right.
Tebow, most points in a loss. He lost.
Oh, there you go. Answer my question.
Against Prue, 140.76.
Just imagine if he did like any of the rest of his projection, like just a third.
Yeah.
Then we got lowest points in a win. Mr. Stacey here, Stacks.
Number 2 over number 1 by 3 points.
You're number 3. Oh no, you were gonna drop to number 3 if you lost this one, which we thought you were. This was a crazy week.
It was.
Then we got biggest blowout. No, let's not go into this one. We're gonna go into narrow victim. Biggest blowout was Champ
over Nate. By 37.3 points.
Narrow victory. Stacks over Team 3 TEs. Sorry, Diggs and a CD over Team 3 TEs.
We'll take it.
116.44 over 113.7.
Both of our worst weeks in a long time.
I don't know if my brother's had a worse week than that.
I don't think so.
And what about you? Have you had a worse week than that?
Yes.
Oh,
I think I had his. No, I think I had his points. I think I had like 113 one time.
Oh, gotcha. And then
overachiever. Yeah. Christina 150.58. Projected only 139, so only 11 point swing. That's not a crazy overachievement. But this week.
But that means everyone was very tight with their projections. Yeah. So we got under
their projections.
Well, exactly. You're right. So under, which remember, I don't know if you remember when we talked about this last week. On our games, you thought it was gonna be it was 50-50. It was a toss up, and you said it was most likely to be a 1/3. Whoever hit the projections, but she's the only one that overachieved by 11. Yep. I obviously way underachieved. Yep. But not as much as the underachiever of the week, which is Team 3 TEs, 113.78 on their projected 153.42.
Yep.
So 40-point swing.
Yeah, because I picked Steiger, who lost to Belichick. I picked King's Jesters, who lost to replacements. And I said you
said toss-up.
Yep.
And it was decidedly not a toss-up.
And then I said Will and I were a toss-up.
Which yours was the most close game.
Yep. So Champ was 95.7. Great job, Christina. Jesters was 85.7, not the best week for you. Belichick was 97% again. Replacements was only 79%. That's and he lost. Yeah, that's the loss right there.
No, I thought you said.
No, replacements won. No. Oh no, you're right. I did pick King's Jesters. King's Jesters won. So pardon me.
Okay,
so replacements that 79%. That's where the loss came in. That's all those bench warmers.
Yeah.
Steiger 87.8. That would have been a big swing there. 95 for myself. 89 for Will. That's the lowest I've seen him. And then you were at 82.
My bench actually did.
You would have won.
Thank you.
I
wouldn't have won. I would have been not worst team.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Pardon me.
No, I'm not gonna beat Christina even by putting in my max. Oh,
I switched.
You switched it. But let me see. I'm putting in my max.
Come on.
136. Not even close to what she did, let alone what she could have done.
Yep. So looking at last week, quick recap. Start from the bottom. Actually, yeah, I'll go. You go. Belichick yourself, beating out Steiger, as I said, by just over 6 points, 6.9 points. That switch of Dalton Schultz. Just saying.
Not gonna go in?
No.
Okay. Then we got replacements. Lost out to the King's Jesters by just under 10 points.
Literally, just under 10 points.
No, actually, no, sorry, just over 10 points. 10.04.
You are right. Yeah,
I did the math the wrong way.
Yeah.
But that was a very close game. But congratulations to King's Jesters.
Yeah, King's Jesters, great job. There was one big one that Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, Miles Sanders, and James Conner. Those were like.
Also, a big thing is negative points on the Titans.
Those
defense.
Titans. Be careful with your Titans there, King's Jesters.
I know they're your team, but
yeah, you can't keep doing that one.
Then you got
Champ over Nate the Great, 150 to 113. Obviously, Nate losing Pickett. Who was it? Swift not doing a lot, which Swift might be out this week. Dalvin Cook didn't do a lot. Gabe Davis did nothing. Graham Gano did nothing. And then you had the Chiefs. She had the Vikings though. Vikings were a loss there, but Mike Williams coming back strong. Jefferson coming back strong. Elliott holding it down for her, and then her quarterbacks both did well.
Then you got you against Team 3 TEs, 116.44 to 113.78. Very low scores for both of you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can take a look at that. Geno Smith did well. He did above his projection, so did Hurts. Yep. So your quarterback's great. Yep. For my brother, also, Trevor Lawrence, 33. Yeah. And Burrow did under his projection, but still did almost 18 points. But let's look at running backs. Stevenson, nothing. Barkley, nothing. Pacheco and Pierce both did 10.8.
Yep.
I didn't even
I told you
that.
I wanted 10 out of Pierce.
Which you got. So, I mean, he did his job. Then you got Diggs, who did nothing. CeeDee Lamb did nothing. Like, Waddle, nothing. Adams didn't do much.
Noah Fant, 0.
Noah Fant, 0. You're just not having luck with picking up tight end. Should have picked up Evan Ingram.
I see that. Zay Jones, 17.
Zay Jones did 17. Yep. Kelsey, only 9 points.
Yep.
Keenan Allen did 15.
Told you, Keenan Allen came back with a vengeance.
Yes, you did. You did.
And then I played the Cowboys, which I shouldn't have, but I only had 2 people on my bench because everybody else was on bye. So Ravens could have scored me 6 points.
Well, he had Wilson. I didn't know he had Wilson now. That was good for him. But he had Bucks defense, which I got him negative 1 point.
Yep.
So if they just
did anything,
he could have lost this game.
He didn't have it on the defense, though.
No, he did not. But he could have switched defense. But I mean, I wouldn't have played Buccaneers defense against San Francisco. And then on his bench, Zonovan Knight. You just said Zay earlier, confused me. But Zonovan Knight with 14.7. So he picked him up, I think, later in the week.
Yep.
But if he played him over, let's see, who would he played him over? I mean, who's he going to play him over, though?
Kirk.
Potentially. But that could have been potentially a good game. I mean, I can't completely blame him for not putting Knight in.
I will thank you for not putting Knight in. I greatly appreciate it. It helped me out this week. Now, a quick recap of the current position for everybody. Steiger, 3-11. Nate the Great, 5-9. Belichick yourself, 6-8, tied with Champ, and their points are almost identical. They're only 19 points apart,
Mm-hmm.
almost 20 points apart, with
So we
Christina
got-
in fifth.
You got replacements at with 7 and 7. So this is still a fight for fourth place.
Yeah, right here is a big circle.
So they actually, Champ beats replacements in points. So
And King's Jesters. And
No.
me. In points.
yes,
I'm
but
just saying.
but there's only 1 week
Oh,
left.
yeah,
So we're only taking count of the 1 week. So if replacement loses and Champ wins, as long as
The
the points are still there, Champ could take fourth place.
Yep.
Now at the same time, Belichick yourself still could as well, as long as
Yeah.
but they would have to have a great game. They're only behind 12 points in points for, behind Tebow. So if they score
If they win and score 13 points more,
13 points more, and Champ doesn't, so this last game is very important for replacements, Champ and Belichick yourself.
yep.
So then we got King's Jesters, who's in. He's in at third place, 9 and 5. Well, he might not definitely 9 and 5, but sorry, not definitely third. So right now, third place, King's Jesters 9 and 5. Diggs in the CD also 9 and 5. So you guys can still switch positions, but either way, you guys are playing each other.
Based on whoever wins this week, and we're playing each other. Yes,
Yeah, you're
it's
playing
locked
each
up.
other either way. So second and third locked in place, playing each other first week of the playoffs.
Yep.
Then you got Team 3 TEs sitting pretty on top with 11 and 3.
But with one loss, right before the playoffs, it's got to throw the mojo off. It's got to kind of mix you up a little bit.
Well,
in the-
maybe he wanted to
in
get the
gut.
loss out of the way so he doesn't do it during the playoffs.
Well, that's 3 losses now, so it's not like it's his first loss. It's a learning lesson though. You don't let your guard down.
All right, so I mean, let's see if he takes it
Let me look at
and learns
something
from it
real
instead
quick
of
here.
crumbling.
Let me look at. Oh. So, I don't usually like to get into it, but we're gonna do a quick poke the bear to see what happens. So you're playing your brother this week.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously your brother's in, but you could really mess up his momentum going in.
Mm-hmm.
Steiger's playing King's Jesters. So Steiger coming to play this week could guarantee Jesters 3 instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if we both lose, he has to outscore me by over 60 to take the second spot. But then looking at it, I'm playing Champ.
And this is a must-win game for Champ.
So you got 3 teams, Champ, Belichick, and replacements that are all fighting.
Which these are both the Tebows.
Yeah.
So the Tebow family once again playing each other.
And for all the marbles.
Yeah, for playoff berth.
Yep. So if I beat Champ, she's out. If Tebow beats Belichick, she's out. If Belichick beats Tebow and I beat Champ, but if Belichick beats Tebow by 12 points,
13
points, she's in. And Tebow and Champ are both out.
Now, if Justine wins and Champ wins,
She has to beat Champ by 20.
yeah. So this is a lot on the line.
Tangled web we weave.
I wish I was part of that web. I am no longer.
You get to watch. It's more relaxing.
Well,
Taking the anxiety
I'm just
away.
trying to see what I can do against my brother.
Hey, you can play spoiler this week. You can play spoiler. Guys, we'll be back either tomorrow or Thursday, giving you the projections beyond what we just talked about. We'll go over that a little bit more because I think that's going to be very interesting this week. See who's got what, see who hits the waiver wire tonight.
Mhm.
Playoffs are next week, so make sure you plan ahead. And until tomorrow or Thursday, this is Ready or Not,
Football edition.
and we'll see you soon.